Hi, we're Earth Signs. Welcome to this current energy read. I have been guided by Spirit to do readings by the elements right now, and it's the Earth Sign's turn. So let's take a minute to just take a breath in and clear the energy so that this message can come through. Breathing in and out. And allow this energy to be moved and cleared so that we can make room for these messages coming in. So for Capricorns, Virgo, and Taurus, this reading is for you. So I am consulting our energy oracle cards today, and I'm asking Spirit to come in with this beautiful message, whatever it is, that you have for the earth signs, please. Sorry, I keep hitting the camera. And so I have a strong sense and feeling that some of you are hanging on for dear life to something. That you're resisting this change because it's scary, it's painful, it's something that was in your mind what you thought it would be. And as it turns out, it's not. And there's something that you need to let go of, guys. It could be a feeling, it could be a person, it could be a job that's run its course. It could be something within your life, guys, that you're just unwilling to let go of. But here's the thing. This card is normally a really good, it's a really good card to get because it indicates blessings coming in, blossoming abundance and growth. But it came out in reverse, guys. Okay? This card came out in reverse. This is an indication that some of you are blocking your growth because you're refusing to let go of something that you need to let go of. That's part of having faith, letting go, surrendering it to your divine creator, surrendering it to the universe. Because when you try to control something, you don't get this. You don't blossom, you don't progress, you get stagnation. You get stunted growth. And no matter how much it hurts or how scary it is, when you are guided to let go of something, it is best to let go of something. Believe me, I know how hard that is, and I spent many nights awake in tears because I was certain that something was supposed to be a certain way. And then I was guided. This is not the way for you. There's a better way, a healthier way. Let go. And so it's good to hear the messages, let go, but how do you do that? How? The first step is to surrender and to say, okay. You know that song by Carrie Underwood, Jesus Take the Wheel? Jesus Take the Wheel. So surrender and let your divine creator take control. Because we are gifted in this lifetime and others with a finite amount of time in which to learn and grow. And when we allow ourselves to learn and grow, then this is what we experience. When we don't allow ourselves to learn and grow because we want to make all the decisions, we want to be the one in control, this is what happens. The opposite of abundance. And so some of you, and I feel very strongly that some of you are in this situation that you are refusing to let go of. And I feel like a lot of you are Capricorns in this situation. I feel like you're in a situation where you can't see the truth. You can't see what really is. Because when you're in a situation where, and most humans do this, when we are comfortable, no matter what it is, if it's not a good situation, whatever it is, we know what we're getting, right? We know. You're in a bad marriage, you're in a bad relationship, you're at a bad job, at least you know what you've got. So if you let go of that and you surrender that, you don't know what's coming. That's the scary part, and that's where faith comes in. But some of you are not letting go. You're asking, yes, for guidance. You're asking for faith. But you're not understanding. Your mindset is stuck on one thing. Let me have faith in, you fill in the blank. Let me have faith in this situation, that it will come back to where it was. Let me have faith in this situation, that this relationship will come back together. Let me have faith. No, that's not you. That's not surrendering, guys. Surrendering is saying, okay, whatever you have for me, God, no matter what, I just want to be on the right path. I want to be in peace. You cannot manifest something that isn't supposed to be, guys. You can't. And some of you are great manifestors. I know Capricorns can have the ability to manifest almost anything they want. But you have to understand that if it's not on your divine path, then it ain't going to happen. I'm sorry, but it's not. Because if it manifests divinely, that means it was for you. And if you're stuck in that one track idea of what is supposed to be, what you think it's supposed to be, but it's not going to work. You have to surrender and let God, let your divine creator bring forward and help you with these manifestations that are supposed to be, okay? Now, I've been in situations where I wanted something so badly, but I knew in my gut, I knew that it wasn't going to work. I just knew. The reason why I knew is because I wasn't at total peace. And because it felt like an uphill battle the whole time. There were peaks of joy, but for the most part, it was an uphill battle, a struggle. And so when it's like that, that's not God saying, I'm testing your ass. It's that it's not working. And so the problem here is that you guys, earth signs, are very, very dedicated and committed and faithful to hard work, right? To stay the course. And that's great in some ways. But when it comes to certain things that aren't working, you need to understand that it's okay to let go. Because that is not a sign of weakness. That is not a sign of failure. That is being brave. Brave enough to let things be and to allow the things to come into your life. You might be missing opportunities that you otherwise would have if you were free and you were letting go and surrendering to what the universe has to offer. I feel like for a lot of you, Virgos, I don't know why Virgos is popping in, but I'm going with it. So I feel like a lot of you are you're just kind of, you're waiting for your ship to come in. But here's the thing. You have to be available and show up to co-create in this manifestation, okay? And you're probably saying to me or to yourself, wait a minute, what's she talking about? I work hard for things. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. But you also have to know that there's certain things you shouldn't have to work hard for. They should come naturally. And so part of letting go is letting things come naturally. I don't know why I'm hearing the word industrial. So maybe some of you are in some sort of industrial environment, or maybe you work in kind of that career sector, or something like that. But you have to know that during this time, okay, patience is needed. Patience is needed for whatever this, whatever's coming for you. I feel like you're sort of thinking mechanically for some reason. Like, okay, you know how interlocking gears work to move things. I feel like that's how you're kind of thinking about things, like how you're kind of approaching, maybe you're getting too logistic with certain things in your life. And this is not the time for that. Whatever it is that you're going through, some things you just can't think logistically. You have to feel your way through it. And that's what I feel with some of you now, with you Virgos, especially for some reason. But I do feel that with you are an earth sign, and you are very practical sometimes. Sometimes you're very technical. Sometimes it's step by step, and but in this case, your patience is needed, and you're needing to surrender to the unknown. Okay, I know that's scary. That's like people that do that test, people that do teamwork exercises, and the team is behind you and your back is to them, and you free fall. And do you trust them? Do you trust them to catch you? Because that's what your team is asking of you guys, not just Virgos. That's what your team of angels, of guides, of people that have gone on before you, spirit guides, spirit animals, that's what all of this energy of support is asking you to free fall and allow God, allow your divine plan to put you on the right path. Okay? And so, are you brave enough for that? Can you do that? Because if you don't, you're still going to be exhausted, overthinking, trying to figure things out, try to put it on paper, so to speak, to figure it out. But this is not the way it's supposed to be right now, guys. You're supposed to be able to free fall into that trust, the abyss of the unknown, because we all have a divine, unique path, okay? We all do. And I had to learn a valuable lesson most recently, and it is that I can't live in the past. The past is done. And I want to tell you an example. I just told someone this morning. Some of you know that I lost my son in May, and I said to this person just this morning, you need to understand that you can't keep asking God. Well, you can ask God whatever you want, but you can't keep feeling like you want the situation to go back to the way it was. You want the old the way it was. You want things to work out the way they were. But when a timeline is done, a timeline is done. And I said, for example, I can't ask God to bring my son back to earth, to be on this plane with me, because his timeline was done. It is done when it's done. And so he's gone physically. And bear with me. No matter what I do, or say, or plead with God, I cannot bring him back, because it was his time. And when something is done, it's done, guys. You have to accept it, and you have to move forward. You have to let go of the notion that you can bring everything back. You can't. You have to let go. You have to surrender and let the universe, let God work with you, right? Someone once said to me, I feel like I'm being pulled and dragged along on this journey. And when you're at that place and you feel that way, you're not in the right place. You're not in surrender. You're still trying to control everything. And we all know that the one true supreme force, the sublime force, the one force of energy, who I like to call God, is the only one who can't mess things up. As human beings, we can really mess things up. We can really put our feet in it. But when we surrender and we ask God to be our co-creator in this, let me learn from you, God. Let me surrender. Let me have faith. And know that all of this, whatever it was, thank you for the lessons. Thank you for the memories. But now it's time. It's time to move forward into the abyss of the unknown so I can experience the things that I'm meant to. And that's where you need to be, guys. Virgos, I kind of feel like you are, it has something to do with career or work. Like you're stuck on something that you trained for. Maybe you got education in it and you're kind of feel like, how can I leave that profession even though it's not fulfilling? You went to college or you went to training. I feel like you're kind of stuck in that. Like you have to stick with it even though it's not what you thought it would be. And if it's not what you thought it would be, it's because it's not meant for you. So it's time to explore and open up to other possibilities. I'm not saying go quit your job and let, a new job fall in your lap. I'm saying open up your heart, align your heart and mind to follow the path that's meant for you. Because otherwise, you're not going to be happy. You're not going to be fulfilled. You're just going to be spinning your wheels. And you're going to end up resenting whatever it is that you're doing that's not making you happy. I'm going to ask for guidance for some more, please. Yeah, you're attached to something, all of you. I feel like the attachment is, for Taurus, it could be you're attached to a certain idea, maybe a traditional belief or a something that you has been ingrained in your mind and sort of embedded within you, but it may not sit well, but you're attached to it because it was traditional, whatever it is. And I feel like you're attached to it, but it's not sitting well with you. For example, your whole family throughout the generations have been, I don't know, Republican or some party, right? I'm not going to go politics. I'm using this as an example, okay? But you are, maybe you're very right-wing or left-wing, or maybe you're Democrat, or maybe you don't know what you believe, what you support. If something doesn't sit well with you, it is okay to break tradition. You are attached to the commitment to the family tradition. But you have to know that you have to be yourself. You have to let go of those beliefs. You have to let go of the attachment to those beliefs due to obligation, because it's family. Okay? There are many scenarios here, guys, for you guys. Okay? Oh, I'm going to pull out the angel. Oh, this card I got twice now, so I'm just going to present it. For some of you, you are very fixated on a loving relationship, okay? A romance relationship, I should say. But you're not You're fixated on the idea that it has to go the way you think it should go. You have to surrender that relationship. I'm not saying walk away. I'm saying surrender it to God and let it be what it's supposed to be, because obviously it hasn't worked out the way you thought. Okay? And so you have to surrender that to the unknown. Yeah, relationships take work. Yes, they do. But if you try and try and try and something just doesn't click or it doesn't work, then there's a reason for that. So you have to embrace and surrender that, and you have to be able to say, okay, God, it's in your hands. Either you intervene and fix this, or help me to walk away and find whatever, to be available for what other opportunities are out there, please. And so in this surrender, is it easy? It's easier when you actually allow yourself to trust God and to trust the universe. Okay? Oh, okay. Right. I'm going to consult our Archangel Power Tarot cards. Okay, so, oops, you know what, I got the cards out of the deck, out of the box, and one card was left in there. Look at this. So I'm going to take that. Your guidance is asking you to consider an alternate approach, guys, okay? Because you've been stuck in a rut, and it ain't working. I'm just saying. It's not working. And so the divine guidance here is to surrender, right? To surround yourself with people. Actually, I feel like people are coming in to kind of take you under their wing and help you out with this. So what your divine guidance is asking you to do is to surrender and to kind of, even if you have to be quiet for a minute, to still everything around you so you can hear, you can feel, and you can have that direct contact with your divine creator. To bring in that something special, whatever it is that's meant for you, okay? Because to continue on the way you are in this rut, in this way of thinking, this belief, this whatever it is, this attachment, it's not getting you anywhere. And we all have a life purpose, and I do believe at the core of every life purpose is happiness. It's joy, it's stability, and in the midst of all that, that's where you are, guys. That's where you're supposed to be, not where you are now. Surrender to the divine guidance. Ask for that help. Because look, here we have the 3, the community card, right? This community card is indicative of, in this case, support. You have a community of support in your divine guidance, your angels, your guides. Just because you can't see them doesn't mean they're not there. And I do believe that earth signs are very practical. And some of you may have trouble envisioning or feeling angels or support that you can't see, but it's there, and that's where faith comes in. Have faith and trust that you are guided, you're protected. And they so much want to help you guys. They want to help you. So surrender and ask for that guidance, that help, that support, while you are coming out of the old and preparing for something new. Okay? I'm gonna ask for guidance. You know what? I'm gonna bring in Archangel Michael, because I just adore Archangel Michael. He is this archangel is like the big brother of all big brothers. That's what I always think of him as. Because he's there with that sword and shield, that energy, that energetic protection. And he will fight for you. He will help you to fight against yourself. You know, your ego. He will help you put away that ego and to bring in that beautiful faith and trust. And so here, this card popped out before I bring in Archangel Michael. Take some time for quiet and allow this. There is something coming in to enlighten you. And I know it's going to click with you. Because when that does happen, the doors open wide for you to explore. There's so much more to life, guys, than just being stuck in one situation that isn't working. There's so much more, and the clock is ticking because we only have a finite amount of time on this plane. And so let me consult Archangel Michael before we close this out. Archangel Michael, thank you for being here. What advice do you have for our earth signs, please? We do appreciate your energetic sword and shield to protect us and to cut away the cords of fear and doubt and one-mindedness, single-track mind. What can you help us with? Make a commitment, he says. Make a commitment for something better. Make a commitment to yourself to be on that path that's right for you. Make a commitment to let go of traditions, to let go of what's expected of you, and to be in that faith and that trust, and to kind of just flow with whatever is supposed to be for you. Make that commitment to you, okay? And stay in prayer. There is no wrong or right way to pray. When you have thoughts, those are prayers. When you have, that's why it's important to be careful of your thoughts, because if you're praying, if you're thinking all the time, I can't let go, I can't let go, I can't let go, guess what? You're not going to let go. But if you stay in prayer, and you stay in prayer in the free-flowing abyss of trust, and you ask God, yeah, I want that girl. But you know what I want with that girl? I want the peace that comes with the idea of that girl or that guy. I want the peace. And so when you pray for that, you're not limiting yourself to one thing. You're being open with the core of it, which is, I want that peace. I want that joy. I want that stability. I want that. And then watch what happens, okay? So will you get the girl or guy? Who knows? Maybe, but you might get something even better. But it has to start with you, within you. So stay in prayer. Pray to whoever you pray to. And you don't have to sit with your legs crossed, your hands together. You could just be in your car, driving. I do it all the time. I always say a little something. On my way to work, on my way home, whatever. You know what, God? Thank you for today. Thank you for the blessings that I can't see, but I know they're there. Thank you for allowing me to continue to have faith and to flow freely in this life, in this path, and to be open to whatever it is that you're bringing in. And whatever guidance you give me, thank you for being patient with me so that I can do my part too. So there's not, it's just how you feel. And being in that communication with your divine creator, and even asking for assistance from your guides, your angels, Talk to them like you would talk to me, to a friend, like I'm talking to you. There is no wrong way, and you are worthy. They will hear you. Thank you, Archangel Michael. Yeah, here you go. It's time to leave this unhealthy situation. And so Archangel Michael says, let that sit with you. Let it resonate how it will. Don't jump automatically to conclusion. Let it feel your way through this message here. Okay? How does this resonate with you? Are you having unhealthy thoughts? Is it unhealthy eating habits? Is it, what is it? Whatever it is that's not healthy, he's asking you and telling you, this is my advice to you. It's time to leave that unhealthy situation behind and allow yourself to flow freely in the direction of peace and healthiness. Okay, as I close this out, I'm going to ask that we, here we go. One last one, guys. Need I say more? He's your creator, your divine creator. He's the only one that can't fuck things up. He's the only one. Okay? So if we know we can't make it on our own, which we can't, we need our divine creator. Have faith in that. Have trust. Because together, we're a team with our divine creator. Okay? Let's take a moment. I just want to say thanks to God, to our guides, to Archangel Michael, for being here with us in this message to bring us enlightenment and growth. And just take a deep breath in and out to clear out any energy that's not needed there. It's time to come to the divine altar of truth, guys. Okay? Change is here. It's good. It's good for you. I will talk to you next time in whatever reading comes next. And until then, stay in faith, stay in trust, and free flow with it all, okay? Love to you all.